Hey up, how are you? A very good morning to all of you. So I've woke up this morning and it's absolutely chucking it down. The weather is horrible. For a May, it's 6 degrees and chucking it down. And to top things off, I've woke up this morning feeling as rough as a badger's backside. But the positive is, I do get to wear my new coat with my new logo on. So I'm really happy about that. It's nice to wear my new uniform. I've had this coat for about a month and I've not wore it because the weather's been okay, to be honest. But there we go. So it's a new day, the start of a gardening day for me. It's Monday in May. And I've got some very interesting and potentially game-changing news for my business, Not a Nail, and this channel. So I'm going to put some fuel in the van and I will let you all know the news. I'll see you in a bit. So I've just got off the phone to the bank. I've remortgaged my house so I can fill my van up with diesel. Great. Oh man, crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. And a couple of jerry cans of petrol. I'm like, my word. Anyway, so I did say I've got some interesting news. Well, I find it interesting, you might not care, but for me this could be a bit of a game changer. If you've not followed along with my story at the moment, the long story short is that I'm at the point now where I can't take any more work on because I'm still employed 4 days a week and I'm running my maintenance business on a Monday, and when I say evenings, it's not evenings, it's like doing jobs after my work. So Tuesday to Friday I work 7 till 3. So when I finish at 3, I'll go and do a gutter clean, or I'll go and do quotes, or I'll go do a little job, you know what I mean? But I'm at max capacity now where I can't take any more on. So my Mondays now are busy. But then it's a very difficult situation to be in because I can't physically make enough in that one day to justify me leaving my job. So it's a very difficult position. I did put a request in to go part-time or to drop more time, and that was denied. So I was stuck in a rock and a hard place. And then obviously I've got X amount that I need to make before I can actually hand my notice in properly. But this week, or last week, I had a very interesting conversation with an old friend of mine, very old friend actually, who I've not spoken to for a while, and he's recommended me for some care home work, which is great. And because he already looks after some care homes around Stoke, he can't take any more on, and there's 3 or 4 other care homes that he's been asked to do but he can't do, and he's very kindly thought of me, which is a big deal really, because care home work is great. It's monthly, regular monthly work, it's winter work, and obviously because I'm not just doing gardening, I'm hoping I can upsell my gutter cleaning, pressure washing, maybe even roof scraping, depending how big they are. So the idea is that this week, Thursday, I've booked a holiday day and I'm going to go up and I'm going to look at this care home with this guy, and we're going to do like an initial tidy up. So then I can kind of see how long it's going to take, the work that's involved. And I'm not going to go into facts and figures, but if I do get this work, that will mean that I can hand in my notice. So it's a big deal, it really is for me. Because honestly, with commercial work, the contract work, you obviously You work a month, you invoice, and they pay you the following month. But I could kind of say, well, I'll start in June. Because with the commercial work, you've got a little bit more leeway where this guy can do a visit in between. But he's basically said it's a given, to be honest. It's more about if I can do it, if I can handle it. Because I haven't got a lot of equipment. I've only got one mower. And that mower's a 19-inch Eco with the Honda engine. It's a good mower, but it's not a mower that's going to get me through a care home or two, do you know what I mean? But here, the kind of thing is, this is a big thing. This is a big move. If this works, if this pays off, then this will enable me to leave my employment and pursue Knot and Nail full time, which is amazing. This is really what I needed, because I didn't know what else I could do. There was no other way for me to break away. So yeah, I want to share that with you guys. It's going to be an interesting week. Thursday will be a great day, hopefully. I'll come away thinking that I've got a way out. But I'll try to get as much footage as I can. But obviously I've got to be careful, I've got to tread lightly. I don't upset anyone before I've even started. Or I might get there and think, you know what, I can't do this. It might be too much of an investment. I might need ride-on mowers and all that kind of stuff. I might not be able to do it. So, try and be positive as I can, but still, you've got to be realistic. So hopefully, things work out. So I'm just driving to my first job now. I'll try and get as much footage as I can. It's absolutely hammering it down. The day's horrible. I daren't even look at the weather forecast. I'm just like, forget it. I've got to get the work done, so I'll just crack on and do it. But yeah, interesting news there, guys. And hopefully I can get some good footage for you today, mowing, trimming. There'll be no spraying today. No way can I spray weeds. So the worst, I'll have to hand pull, I suppose. Take it from there. I have got another quote as well this evening, which again is another very interesting one. They basically want someone for a full day every week, which is exactly the work I need right now. So all being well, this week could be a bit of a game changer. Between the job this evening, the care homes, I could be well underway. So, one job down, on to the next one. I couldn't get any footage on that one because the weather was shocking, to be honest. I got there, absolutely torrential rain. But then it went lovely, so I ended up taking my coat off, taking my hoodie off, sun come out, dead hot, and then it started chucking it down again. So, didn't get a lot of footage, and to be fair, it was just boring weeding anyway, so nobody wants to see me pulling weeds out in the pouring rain. But on to the next one now. Hopefully get a bit of footage on that one. Trimming, mowing. I might start cutting some shrubs there. So this job now is only the second time I've been. So I'm hoping I can, just start getting my teeth into it now. The customers seem really nice. They paid on time. No issues. I always get nervous on the first visit, just to kind of, because you never know how people work, do you? So their expectations, but I'm happy. So go and do that. The guy nearly took my end off. Blinking heck. They don't slow down, do they? Hey? Anyway, that's that. On to the next job. See you in the next one. Hello! Another one down. I think they're going to be really nice customers, they are. As soon as I got there, the lady come out, do you want a drink? Yes, please. Coffee black, 1 sugar. Woo, woo, woo. It's little things like that, you think, yeah, great, I like it. So I had a good 2 hours there, mowing, strimming. If I've got a little bit of footage, I'll stick it up. But nice. I had a very interesting one though that I've not had before. Luckily, I only cut the front lawn because at the back they've got a robot mower, which is fine. I do the edges at the back, but that's just a strimmer. So at the front, I'm cutting the grass, and I see petrol coming out of my fuel cap, and I start to panic. I'm like, crap. Luckily, it's just falling. It's not coming out a lot. It's like spurting, but it's running down the deck and just sitting in the kind of dip. So I'm like, oh no. So I stop straight away, and it looks like, I don't know how it's happened, but the cap has got damaged. So when the tank is full, and obviously the vibrations are running, it's making the fuel like spit and move around, slosh around. So I'm like, oh no. So I didn't know what to do. So I started panicking because I'm halfway through this lawn, and obviously you don't want petrol on the lawn. That's like rule number 1. Luckily it didn't get on the lawn, so I kind of had to use a bit of ingenuity, as they call it, and I put some I got the grass bag out there off the mower and got a load of grass that I've just cut, stuffed it into the kind of top of the deck that's below the engine, so that would absorb any kind of drop. And then I put a glove I put a glove on the fuel cap to stop it from, and luckily that sorted it out. But I couldn't believe it, because this is the only second time I've been there. I can't like say, oh sorry, I can't do your lawn, my mower's spitting fuel everywhere. What a joke. So luckily I caught it in time, and I just thought outside the box and stuck a glove over the cap. So now I'm gonna have to go to the machinery shop. Hopefully they can get one ordered, or I don't know, I try and find some sort of washer or something, but I don't think it's a washer problem. I think something's landed on the mower, or nothing in my van. I must have got it like that, it's got second hand, and I've just never noticed because I haven't ran it with a full tank yet. And it only happens when the first lawn I did this morning, there was nothing, but it's only when I filled the tank, it's obviously at the brim and it's spurting. So I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe it. It's like, this is a joke. But anyway, I sorted it for that lawn, finished the job, and I'm gonna have to get it sorted. So that was interesting. I've not had that before. That is a new one for me. So now it is 2 o'clock. I'm absolutely starving. My stomach's rumbling. Again, I brought no lunch, so I'm gonna have to go and get myself some din-dins, and then on to the third and final job for today. Catch it in a whizzle. Just had a bit of a coughing fit. So I've gone for like a yo sushi type meal with, I'll tell you exactly if I can turn it over. I can never say it. Oh, it's just like rolls. I don't even know. I don't know why I'm telling you this, because I can't pronounce half of them. But what I have got is grated wasabi. Oh. Oh man, that certainly clears the nose. Oh, I think I put a bit too much on there. Oh, but I tell you what, it is nice. So I've got some sort of salmon skin roll. You ever remember that episode of Friends? It's one of my favourites, where Ross is just like, oh, Naggy. Salmon skin roll. Oh. Oh. Oh, my word. Oh, I definitely put too much on there. Oh, that's gone right on my nose. Oh, my word. A little bit too much wasabi on that. Oh, I don't know what I'm in for here now. Okay. I think that's enough. Nobody else wants to see this. Oh, wow. I'm going to finish this in peace. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so that was the last and final job done for today. Great old dear she is. She's about 90 years old and she's cracking. You know, she's up and out the garden like no one's business. Makes you a brew, brings your biscuits out. Awesome. That generation as well, they always pay cash as well. I don't know what it is about being paid in cash. Just, you feel like, I don't know, it feels more, doesn't it? If you got some cash in your hand than somebody just sending it via bank transfer, that cash feels so much better, doesn't it? It's like you've actually earned your money. It's brilliant. But she's ace. Just chatting to her, telling me a life story. Brilliant. So that's the third job done now. It's 5 o'clock. It's a bit later than I'd like, but I didn't start until about 9:30ish. I've stopped for lunch. I'm still trying to get over that blinking wasabi. Oh, who's this? I love how your phone says it's a nuisance call. I like that. It saves a lot of time. But great. So now I'm going to look at a job. I've got a quote and it sounds quite good. this is the kind of work that I need. So this come from the Next Door app. I don't know if you've heard of it or if you use it yourself. It used to be brilliant back in the day. I got a lot of work from it when I first did gardening about 10 years ago. It was ace. And it's not what it used to be. But every now and then you get someone saying, any recommendations for a gardener? And this one, I saw this woman put a post up saying, I'm looking for a gardener for basically a full day a week. So I'm like, okay, I'll oh, who's this now? Another nuisance caller. I'll see who it is. Oh, it's a good job I answered that call. That was the missus. Woo! Don't be missing that call. What time you back? What time you back? So this call came from the Next Door app. They wanted someone for a full day a week. So I thought, right, okay, there was a lot of messages on there, granted, but I sent them a direct message and just said, listen, I'm a gardener in the local area. I'm qualified with the RHS. I just kind of upsold myself a little bit and just said, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. If you don't get sorted, let me know. But they did message back saying somebody's already coming around to look at the garden. If nothing happens, I'll let you know. I was like, that's fine, no problem, thanks for letting me know. 3 or 4 days later, they actually sent me a message saying, I've been let down already. So the gardener who said he could do it has already let him down. So apparently he didn't even turn up for the quote. So she goes, can you come out and have a look at it? Are you still available? I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So fast forward to today, I am on the way to look at this job. So I'm intrigued really to see what it is. When someone says a full day a week, before when I've had them kind of calls, it could be anything. It could be where people don't actually know how much work is entailed. And what I mean by that is that they could think that they need someone for a full day a week, but it's actually probably half a day. Or it could be the other end of the scale. It could be like massive acreage, massive gardens, and you could spend 2 or 3 days there. So you never know what you're going to go to with these jobs. But I'm intrigued all the same, because exactly like I've said, the position I'm in, I need this kind of work that gives me enough money, enough leverage to kind of come away from the 9 till 5. So hopefully I get there, and you know, there's no red flags, there's no bad feelings. You know, when you get like a bad feeling in the gut, you're like, something's not right here. I've been to them before where you think, no, this isn't right. They want someone for a full day a week, but they won't pay £10 an hour. They want you to take all the rubbish away. They want you painting the inside of the house and putting curtains up. I've had it all, honestly. It's like, we want a handyman for a day a week, but we want a professional job on the garden, and you know, all for £10, £15 an hour. So I'm really intrigued. So once I look at this job, I will tune back in and I will tell you exactly what happened, what the job's like, and how I feel about it. I might just say, listen, you know, it's X amount per day, and they'll be like, I ain't paying that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then, you know, done deal, innit? It's finished. So it could be a really good job, really nice customer, but they don't want to pay. There's so many kind of, what do you call it, kind of ways to go. But there's only one way to find out. Go and look, go and quote, and I will let you know after. See you in a bit. Hello. So yeah, just come off that job. It looks really good. It's one of those jobs where very established garden, beautiful wisteria over the wall, every shrub you can think of, and their initial thought, they want somebody for 9 hours a week. And I was honest, I said, I don't think you need 9 hours. I said it might be my famous last words, but I don't think you need 9 hours, because there's not a lot of beds that need weeding. All the kind of beds that they're all mature shrubbery. So there's quite a lot of hedge cutting and shrub pruning, that kind of thing, but that's not something you do every week, is it? But she seems really nice. Didn't meet the fella, but she seems really nice. One of the biggest dogs I've ever seen in my life. It scared the life out of me. It's like a big mountain dog, them big furry mountain dogs. It's like a small horse. My goodness. So, but yeah, I've priced it up. I think she wants to obviously speak to a partner first, for obvious reasons, and hopefully it's a goer, because it seems a really nice job, nice garden that I'd like to work in. They've got big lawns that's like ride-on mower work. I haven't got a ride-on mower, but they do. And it's a lot of banks that need strimming and things like that. So overall, good feeling. It seems nice. They're the kind of jobs that you want. Nice garden. They value gardening. So hopefully I will let you know if they say yes or no. I've told her how much I charge. I've told her what it'd be. I said, listen, we'll do a trial where it's kind of, I spend a day on it and let's just see what I get done. And if you really need 9 hours a week, I might be doing myself out of work, but people aren't silly, are they? They know. So you have to be very careful. If I'm there 6 hours a week, great. You know, if I'm there 8 hours a fortnight, great. But they're the kind of jobs that you want. So hopefully it's a goer. And I'm just hoping now, so this week really could be a bit of a game changer. If they say yes, and then I go and do this big care home job on Thursday, if that turns out like it's a goer, it'd be fantastic. And then really I'm kind of in a position where I can finally leave my 9 to 5 job. So it could be a big week, guys. It could be a big week. And just like that, it's come out of nowhere. But never count your chickens until they hatch. That's what they say. That's what my nan always used to say. So I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. They could say no. The partner, the fella, could come back from work and he's like, I ain't paying them prices. I could go to the care home and it'd be like, no, this isn't realistic, and I'm right back to square one. But either way, it's good. My name's getting out there. I'm getting recommendations. I'm getting found. It's all positive. So even if I don't get the jobs, it's positive. And you don't know what happens in the future, do you? So that's me today, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to make my way home. It's 6 o'clock. Another late one again, really. So I'm going to go home, have a bit of snap, and chill out. Play cars with me lad. So there we go. Hope you're all doing fine and dandy, and I will see you in the next one. And hopefully we have some good news. Hopefully we have a big update for Not a Nail. See you later.